I want to share with you a few secrets around business credit card stacking. And the goal here is to have a maximum credit limit of $100,000. This is really totally possible if you apply the logic I'm about to share with you into this conversation. So here's an overview I really want you to pay attention to. So how does business credit card stacking really works? First of all, the thing is that when we talk about business credit card stacking, you can either try to do it yourself or you can reach out to a credit card stacking company that can really help you out. Now, when we talk about a business credit card stacking company, this is also known as a stacking lender. This is basically a third-party service provider that helps business owners find the best business credit cards for their startups or small businesses. So the cool thing is, whether you have an established business or you have a startup, you can still qualify for business credit card stacking. So again, you have the DIY route. In other words, you do it yourself. You're trying to really find ways and strategies to really to actually stack business credit card rewards, or you can reach out to a business credit card stacking lender. And the thing is that when we talk about this credit card stacking lending, this is a decent alternative to a business loan or business line of credit. And it can even be an excellent option if you don't have, let's say you don't have collateral to use for loans. However, because business credit card stacking involves an unsecured line of credit, it is considered high risk for card issuers. So basically what happened here is that most lenders typically require credit scores of at least 680 to qualify. We have seen in our research is that if you have a credit score that revolves, let's say you are around 600 to 630, you can still qualify for business credit card stacking. Now, if you have anything below, chances are you're not going to qualify. So I want to really lay out in front of you a few important things you need to remember about credit card stacking. So your credit limit is revolving. In other words, you are drawing on your credit limit every time you use your credit cards, and you must pay your balance on a monthly basis. So once you repay the amount you borrowed, the credit limit will be available for use again. So this is like a classic revolving line of credit. You accrue interest on unpaid balances. You need to provide a personal guarantee in some cases, unless you have a card that does not require personal guarantee, and you have to pay your credit card balance when due, including interest and other charges. And you don't need collateral to qualify at all. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. The thing is, when we talk about business credit card stacking, let's first review the pros and cons of the practice so you have a clear idea what we're talking about. So the pros first. Business credit card stacking does not require collateral. The practice allows businesses to take advantage of the multiple 0% introductory rates. Let's say you're trying to really, use multiple 0% introductory rates. Credit card stacking will help you do that. And the practice comes with quick approval and funding, as long as you qualify. What about the cons here? So credit card stacking or business credit card stacking, to be more specific, requires a personal credit score of at least 630 to 680 to qualify. And it typically has higher ongoing interest rates compared to most small business loans. And it requires borrowers to monitor several credit cards with different interest rates, balances, and due dates. So when we talk about credit card stacking, what is who can qualify? I mean, not qualify. Who would find the practice interesting? In other words, who credit card stacking is right for? Generally, in our research here for the last 25 years, we have seen that credit card stacking is best for businesses with immediate funding needs. So if you need quick funding, credit card stacking may be an ideal option because you can typically get approved and receive your cards within 7 to 10 business days. So consider one of, it's one of those things where if you have the right lender, you can be approved ASAP. Business owners who can't qualify for business financing. So if you're listening to me right now, you can't qualify for business financing, then you might want to think about credit card stacking. Or business owners with no assets for collateral. So unlike most business loans, credit card stacking does not require any collateral, making it a great option if you don't have or don't want to use your assets as collateral. Also, startups. If you're a startup, basically you can actually use credit card stacking to fund your business operations. Now, there are certain costs when it comes to credit card stacking. So you have annual fees. Okay, you have the APR. So APR is basically the APR that you are aware of. You have other fees. So you might have other fees that are actually inherent to the card itself. For example, you can have a foreign transaction fees and you can have stacking lender fees. So credit card stacking companies typically charge a fee ranging from 9% to 15% of the approved credit limits, which may vary per stacking lender. And this fee only applies if you decide to hire a credit card stacking company. So this is really something to think about. For instance, you decide to hire a stacking lender that charges a 9% fee of your total approved credit limit, and it was able to get you approved for a couple of business credit cards with a total limit of, let's say, $100,000. That means you need to pay a service of like 9%. That's a 90,000. 9,000 to the second lender, which is a significant amount when you really think about it. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about business credit card stacking. Let me give you a few pro tips here. So when we talk about business credit card stacking in general, we're trying to really introduce into the discussion a new practice, a new way that allows businesses of all sizes to be funded, right? So whether you're a startup, whether you are an established business, or whether you are something in between, are you trying to really have a business funding, you will find business credit card stacking interesting. Now, how credit card stacking companies help small businesses? Let's really dig a little deeper here. So basically, a credit card stacking company can help you fund which credit cards you are most likely to qualify for. In other words, credit card stacking companies take your personal and business credit scores, your business industry, revenues, and other factors into consideration to decide which credit cards you will qualify for. In other words, think about it as an advisor, as a credit card advisor. Okay, and so as a credit card stacking company can also offer credit cards with the best deals. So as there are over 1,000 credit cards in the United States, it would take a lot of time and effort to compare every one of them to find out which ones offer the best terms and deals. A stacking lender uses its extensive knowledge of banks and card issuers to help you find the lowest APR, best introductory rate, and best deals according to your business's preferences. You are able to submit credit card applications basically the credit card stacking company will submit credit card applications for you. Okay, so again, we're talking here about applications for personal and business credit cards. Okay, and typically a credit card stacking company will submit around 7 to 15 applications at the same time to help you get the total credit limit that you need. And a business credit card stacking company will also protect your credit score. So every time you apply for a credit card, think about it. The issuer pulls your credit, right? Which can really harm your credit score. Now, credit card stacking companies can help protect your personal credit scores by submitting your applications strategically, which reduces the number of hard credit pulls on your credit report. So this is kind of cool. Now, once approved, you can immediately start using your stack of credit cards as a line of credit to fund your small business or startup. You will receive a monthly statement for each credit card. It's really essential, though, to keep track of each card's interest rate, credit limit, billing cycle, and due date to avoid paying unnecessary fees. Now let's talk about the steps you need to really take if you are trying to get into the whole business credit card stacking game. So let's first talk about the credit card stacking without card stacking company. So if you were to go the DIY route, if you were to do it yourself, here is what you need to really think about. Now, first of all, now hiring a stacking lender can help save on stacking service fees that could significantly increase your overall credit cost. Fortunately, you can stack credit cards on your own without the need to work with a third-party stacking lender. So here is what you need to do. First of all, you need to get pre-qualified. So this is step number one. So credit card providers qualify you based on your personal credit score, type of business and personal income, and business credit history. Okay, so you want to pre-qualify. Don't qualify right away. You want to pre-qualify. That way you are able to preserve your credit score. And then what you want to do is you want to choose your credit cards. Now, choosing your credit cards has to deal with your needs, your preferences, and the industry the industry you are in. So, for instance, if you want a card that will help you optimize your entertainment and travel needs and travel expenses, then you want to go for a card that offers rewards around that sort of practice. Okay, so you choose your credit cards and then you want to submit the application. So, and this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 applications, but you got to be strategic here. Remember, anytime you actually submit a credit card application, you are actually subject to a hard pull. So the idea here, the strategy here, is to reduce the instances where you are having a hard pull, okay, and then you receive your credit card. So if you are approved, let's say you applied for 5 of them, for 5 credit cards, business credit cards that is, and you get approved for 2 or 3, then you receive your credit cards. And in some cases, some credit cards some credit card issuers even allow you to receive the electronic version of the card. So in other words, you don't have the plastic in your wallet or in your hands, but you just get the numbers, and you're able to use your digital wallet. So it can be an Apple Pay or Google Pay or Samsung Pay, and you can shop online. You can actually do a lot of stuff. You can do a lot of booking online, and a lot of bookings, totally possible. And so you receive your cards, not a problem. If you were to receive your cards manually, you need to plan at least 7 to 10 business days to receive your business credit cards. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about business credit card stacking. Let me give you a winner here. So I want to share with you our experience, and our research has shown that there are certain business credit cards that are even better. They are conducive to stacking, and I want to share a few of them with you here. And so you have the U.S. Bank Triple Cash Rewards World Elite MasterCard. This card is great for travel, fuel, dining, office supplies, and phone service expenses. And then you have the American Express Blue Business Plus, another great card. Here, this card is great for a flexible credit limit. Then you have the U.S. Bank Business Platinum. This card has a long 0% APR. Then you have the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited. This card is great for unlimited cashback. Then you have actually the PNC Cash Rewards Visa Signature Business Credit Card. And this card is great for the longest ongoing APR. I first want to dig a little deeper here. I want to really take the time to explain to you how this card can really help you. Let's first talk about the U.S. Bank Triple Cash Rewards World Elite MasterCard. This card is fantastic. Why? Because you are having 0% APR for 15 billion cycles. Think about it, 15 billion cycles. And the APR is kind of decent too. You're looking at 19 to 28%. This is really good. And what I want to say here is that this card also offers a $500 bonus cashback after you spend $4,500 on eligible purchases within the first 5 months of opening your account. So this is really great. And the card also has unlimited ongoing rewards, 5% cashback on prepaid hotels and car rentals directly booked in the Travel Reward Center. Then you have 3% cashback on eligible purchases at gas and electric vehicle charging stations, office supply stores, cell phone service providers, and restaurants, and 1% cashback on all other net purchases. So this is really cool. On top of that, this card allows you to earn $100 statement credit for recurring software subscription expenses such as FreshBooks or QuickBooks. And the card has no annual fee. So this is really great. The second business credit card you can consider for card stacking is the American Express Blue Business Plus. And this card is fantastic because you have a 0% APR on purchases, the intro APR. The APR, the regular APR is kind of decent too. You are looking at 18% to 26%. The card has no annual fee, so we love that. But what we love about the card is that you are able to earn 15,000 membership rewards points after spending $3,000 on eligible purchases within your first 3 months of membership. So this is really good. On top of that, you have the card that allows you to earn 2x points on the first $50,000 in purchases each year, then 1x points on all purchases thereafter. Fantastic. And the card, even better, has no annual fee. Another card that I want you to think about when you are considering business credit card stacking, you have the U.S. Bank Business Platinum. So this card is really great because first of all, we love the fact that the APR is kind of decent. It's really decent, 17 to 26%. When it comes to business credit cards in general, this is kind of like the norm here. And the card is great for extended 0% APR period on purchases and balance transfers. Because think about it, you are having a 0% APR for for purchases and balance transfers for 18 months. Think about it. For the first 18 billing cycles, you're not paying anything at all. And the card also is also great because it has no annual fee. Okay, so and on top of that, this card lets you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on all business-related purchases. So we love that a lot. In addition, you are able to receive $750 bonus cashback after spending $6,000 on purchases during the first 3 months after opening an account. The card also has no annual fee. And we love the fact that all the cards I'm sharing with you don't have an annual fee, so you are able to stack them really easily, because otherwise the benefits you can actually expect to receive by stacking could be actually reduced by the annual fee. So you also have the PNC Cash Rewards Visa Signature Business Credit Card, another wonderful business credit card you might want to think about, and it has a wonderfully low APR here. You are looking at 16% to 25%, and the card has 0% APR for the first 9 billing cycles. And so this is really good. So we're talking about 0% APR on purchases, okay? Not on balance transfers, just on purchases. And the card offers $400 cash bonus after spending $3,000 in qualifying purchases within the first 3 billing cycles, okay? Then the card lets you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on eligible net purchases. And the card has no annual fee. Fantastic. Let me give you a few tips here. Here is our bonus. I want to give you a few tips for business owners that are planning to use credit card stacks. Okay, if you are listening to me right now, you are interested in the practice, you want to know more. It's important to understand that while credit card stacking can be a source of funding, it also comes with certain risks, such as accruing substantial amounts of debt and not being able to pay your balance. Remember, the money you are charging on all the credit cards that will be part of your business credit card stacking, that money you're gonna have to pay it back, right? It's not free money. So when we talk about debt in general, we have to pay attention to something called DTI and CUR, your credit utilization ratio. And your credit utilization ratio is kind of important because the higher the DTI and CUR, the lower your credit score. So a credit utilization ratio works in a reverse relationship with your credit score. This is really important to really pay attention to that. And so what you want to do, if you want to avoid all the inherent risks that come with credit card stacking and business credit stacking for that matter, is that you first want to make sure that you are setting a budget. It's all about setting a strong foundation, a strong financial foundation for your business, not only legally, but also operationally, so you are clear as to what's coming your way. So you want to set a budget, you want to monitor your expenses, you want to pay your balance on time, right? It's all about keeping that CUR low. If you want to really increase your business credit score and your personal credit score for that matter, you want to actually keep that CUR, the credit utilization ratio, low as possible. Now, experts are saying, hey, listen, if you have, let's say, a CUR that's below 30%, you are good to go. Or between 30 to 35%, you're still good to go. But anything above that, you are in danger zone, okay? And you want to take note anytime of each card's due date. Because see, when we talk about business credit card stacking, we're talking about a series of business credit cards that are within your credit card stacking strategy. So you want to make sure that for every business credit card that is within your card stacking apparatus, you want to know the due date. You want to set up automatic payments so you are clear, stuff happens. So you want to be on the safe side of this equation here. So you want to set up automatic payments. You want to use rewards to offset charges. This is kind of important also. And do not mix your personal and business expenses. It's all about really divorcing, if you will, your personal affairs from your business affairs. So you are clear as to what's really happening. And you are clear also when it comes to tax time. You are clear that you know what you can write off and what you cannot. So this is really an important element. So credit card stacking, and this is the bottom line here. Credit card stacking is an alternative form of business financing that allows you to fund your startup or small business through an unsecured line of credit. It is a good financing option if you are having trouble qualifying for an SBA loan or want to earn cash rewards. However, if you don't want to monitor several credit cards, it's best to consider other business loan options. Okay, they're very important. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. To this conversation, I just spoke to you about business credit card stacking. So I gave you the overview, the review, the pro tips, the steps, and the winner, and finally, the bonus. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.